What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another podcast. We have a big guest today. Right before we get into it, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. My name's Kai. We got Kyle right here. We got Burke, and we got Cale, man. What's going on?
Let's go. What's up, guys? How
Cale
are y'all?
goes. Let's go.
Yeah. So how do people know you? It's Cowboy Cale. It's what? How do people know you?
Yeah, it was kind of weird whenever I started TikTok, because before TikTok it was Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
So like when I started kind of blowing on TikTok, everybody's like, "You're Cale Goes," and I'm like, "Wait a second, I am Cale Goes," because like that wasn't my Instagram and Twitter handle. So it was different because Saurage was already taken on TikTok. So people were like, "You're Cale Goes," and it like always took a second.
Yeah. You became so big on TikTok, people learned a new name for who you are.
Exactly.
Damn. Okay.
Did you ever go by Cowboy Cale? Like, was like a username ever Cowboy Cale?
No, my username never was Cowboy Cale, but I just had that like big character. The cowboy character.
And a lot of people know you from like the dances, everything you've done, but you've done crazier shit with like Fortnite dances are made after you.
Yeah.
Like there's massive stuff you've done outside of TikTok, outside of the social media space. We can get into all of it. I guess the first place to start is, what is Baton Rouge like? What's growing up in Louisiana like?
You know, I love Baton Rouge. It will always have a place in my heart. I always have a home there. It's just like I think that's where a lot of my cowboy character comes from, is just like a play on how ridiculous people from Baton Rouge can be.
Really? What is it like in Baton Rouge?
Like,
what's it? Describe the town.
Like my friend Nick Shirley the other day. He's like an up-and-coming YouTube. He just came visit on his way down to Florida, and this boat is actually, I posted this on TikTok. This boat had sunk, and I was like, let me capitalize on this sunken boat and film like a video acting like it was my boat that got sunk. Well, all these like hick dudes were like just yapping kind of like in some like country terms. And he was like, wait, this is crazy, because this is your character. Like all these dudes are like your character.
They're the persona that you have online is actually just regular people in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Right. It's to the extreme for sure. But I've been raised around this. Like as you can tell, like I'll have like a little bit. Like I'll have a little bit of an accent, but like whenever I put my character on, it's just amplified times 100.
For sure.
Because these dudes I really get around back home were really kind of like that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of funny, just like how a black dude can play a black dude and get away with it really well.
Yeah, you can
like
play.
I can play the cowboy character and get away with it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
The baby always gets me when you're like, baby, or there's like you're like always on the phone.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
It's like the guys on the riverboats, like with
that's their
that's the slang, right?
The slang down there is baby.
Like baby. Like when you're talking to your girl, baby, come on. It's like a thing.
Damn, because that's like the stereotype, right? Of like deep, like what is it? The more swampy like areas of the South, like the places in Florida, Louisiana. Yeah. But it's that accurate. It's,
you know, there's. It depends. Like you'll drive 15 minutes to the south or whatever, and it'll get like that. But there's some normal people in Baton Rouge for sure. Especially if you're going to like LSU and stuff. You're like very educated person.
Livy Dunn
like that.
Livy Dunn goes to LSU. Pretty fine, man.
Yeah,
Livy Dunn.
She's young. I'm 23. She's like kind of young, and she made 18 or no?
I think she's 19.
I mean, she's in college.
Yeah.
Well, Livy?
I did. I told my friend that's her friend. I was like, hey, set that up for some on some fake relationship social media shit.
For sure.
I think that's like the move.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, set that up, and she was like, you know. She was like, I'm into baseball players.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Livy's into baseball players.
I think she dates one. I don't know much about her. Like I don't even follow her. But
dude, LSU is like one of the biggest spots for baseball. It's probably like that's
true.
MLB bound.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked for everyone. For everyone else involved.
I mean, well, if you have like the girls are always like, I love baseball players with fat asses. I don't know why that's a thing.
It's weird.
But like when I play baseball, all the girls are like, oh, I look at your ass all the time in your baseball pants. I'm like, that's the weirdest thing ever. But it's like true. It's like the same thing if we look at
we look at girls' asses all the time.
For sure.
I'm a big ass guy. So
you're a big ass guy?
Always.
Yeah. 100%.
That's number one on my list.
I mean, I feel like it's number one for everyone.
Top 3 asses.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't be fucking a girl that looks like an AirPod.
You can. It just probably won't be the best.
That's an upside down AirPod, right?
So I mean, upside down AirPod is completely acceptable because like because an ass just
you can always buy fake titties. Yeah. My dad has preached that since day one. You can buy the fake titties. You can't you can buy a fake ass, but it's just not as acceptable.
It's never right.
That's why Summer Rae is so respectable in the game, in the ass game. Like it's 100%.
She has to be number one, dude.
She'll always be number one.
Chipotle is a pretty special place.
What's your dad like? He's giving you this advice all the time.
Oh, my dad's cool. Yeah,
Yeah?
My dad's cool. He gives me a lot of advice like that. But
he doesn't beat around the bush. It's just
his
great
thing's
advice.
actually like he always told me if me and my mom, I mean him and his wife, which would be my mom, if they would ever get in a divorce, he was always going for an Asian and just getting her fake tits.
Nice. Yeah, hell yeah. Are there a lot of Asians in Louisiana?
No,
They're-
I
so
think
this-
that's probably why.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's actually because I feel like if you went to most of the places in like the Midwest or like the South, there's not a lot of Asian
There is
people there.
not a lot of Asians. They're
No.
not.
You
Just
could
like a-
literally show up and like, I'm Jeremy Lin, and they'd be like, oh shit.
You know those videos when like a tall black guy goes to China and everyone asks for pictures
Yeah.
and they're freaking out?
Right.
Like, how many Asians went to your school? They were like,
Maybe I had like a big school. It was like 5A, but it was probably only
damn.
like
Holy fuck.
it was probably
2,500.
no, like the whole school.
yeah. Well,
Like just in my class alone, I think there was over 2,000.
wow.
Like just in my
Jeez.
class alone. Maybe I could be wrong.
How are
but
the football games?
at least 1,000.
Okay.
Football games are big. Football in Louisiana is huge.
No, it's probably the
Like
biggest.
insane.
Yeah.
Just like Texas, I'm sure, but like
It's like Friday Night Lights.
big.
Like
it's
huge.
huge to be like on the like a jock quarterback at Dutchtown High. I went to Dutchtown High. Shout out D-Town, but yeah.
It's like the whole thing about the high school quarterback in these like southern towns are a whole
Oh,
big
yeah.
deal.
Dude, especially like LSU. Like my dad, he owns a skate shop and he sells like clothing and shoes. If LSU loses, the whole next week he would have bad sales
Really?
because people are in such bad moods. If they win, the 2 years ago or whatever when
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Burrow,
Yeah, took it all the way.
it's probably my dad's best year. Any business's best year because people are happy. They're spending money. Like it changes the whole scene.
Wow.
Like the whole state is just up or down based on football.
That's fucking crazy.
That is nuts.
LSU had a fucking year though.
They did.
They had a
I
year.
shout out to LSU for sure.
But fuck, Joe Burrow got injured, bro.
Yeah.
So
That was he like looked like Joe Burrow
yeah.
for like a little
Everyone
bit.
was like, "Oh, it's fucking Joe Burrow."
You know,
I was
it's
like,
now. It's now Noah Beck.
Yeah, everyone calls me Noah Beck or Joe Burrow.
Oh, I kind of see Noah back more than. That's
Well,
a good thing.
that's
That's,
a-
an
that's not a
attractive
horrible-
human.
It's not-
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. But like,
You just wanna be
I-
your own person,
yeah, yeah.
man.
Well, because I used to like simp for like Dixie D'Amelio like super hard, and then
Used to.
and
You
then-
made a TikTok about it like 4 days ago.
I know I did. It went viral, so you know it was good. It was good, but
She never comments on your shit.
I know because
Ever.
she knows, like she just knows.
Yeah, she comments. It's over. Like
She just
you know,
knows that like because it's like so much more than just
Noah
just
Beck.
so much more. Like
I mean, like
she doesn't want to like show Noah that like
I'm better.
Yeah.
in
like,
every
straight
way.
up.
A
You
little
have a
threat.
smaller neck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do have a smaller neck. That's why.
He
I
does
haven't
have a
invi-
big neck. I never. Noah, you have a big ass neck.
Yeah. Dude, all the sway
Wait a
boys do.
second. Holy shit! I didn't realize that. Oh my
What do they call him?
God.
They call him Noah Neck sometimes.
Neck,
Yeah, Noah
yeah,
Neck.
yeah.
Yeah.
funny as fuck.
No, I think it's they all have a big necks. Like the working out just
Yeah.
thickens it up.
It's all the
Yeah.
steroids.
Thick ass neck. Just thick ass neck.
Right.
All jokes.
But no, like our hometown, like when the state football team wins, it doesn't. I mean, it's everyone's happy, but it doesn't really like.
We don't fucking win our football team.
Okay, that's true. Okay. But like, it doesn't really change the culture or like the way people behave. And I feel
Right.
like Louisiana, like people are way more attached to those local sports.
Insane, and it's like all politics. Like
Yeah.
So football is like huge down south. Like huge down south. Really drives the
yeah.
city.
But you don't live out here, right? You go back and forth. You still live out. Why wouldn't you live in LA? Like, have you ever thought about that?
I mean, I feel like the move is probably to like have a house here one day for sure. But I have a lot of friends that live here, so I can really come here whenever I want. But it is a really good place for opportunities. Just like the other day with like the whole fight thing. Like,
Yeah.
If I wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to like win the fight or whatever, and then like go on and whatever.
Yeah, tell us
like,
about that.
It's
Oh
a
my
great
God.
opportunity to be here. But at the same time, I love it back home. The food's like amazing, like the scenery, the water, crawfish, like the waterways, like born on the waterways, live on the waterways. Like it's just like everybody's nice. Like the other day, I literally got in a fight with an old man, like an argument with this old man because he wouldn't move from the gas pump that I need to get gas at. And he's like, I'm like, hey sir, are you getting gas? And he's like, no. I'm like, all right, well, is there any way I could get by you to get to this gas pump, or maybe you can move back to one because he was blocking 2 gas pumps.
Yeah.
And he just gets out of his car and goes inside
Everyone wants to
Is
fight.
that in LA?
in LA.
Yeah, that's a very LA
and I'm like,
thing.
and I'm like, dude, this would never happen back home. Like everybody's like, hi, how are you doing today? Blah blah blah. Like the other, and then for another instance, this happened like day after day. But the day before that, we were at a park like going to play pickup soccer, and these two old men were just like looking at us. And I was like, hey, how are y'all? And then nothing. I'm like, how are you doing today?
So
nothing.
When you say hi to somebody, they look at you weird. When you say hi to them and you don't know them, it's like this.
It's like no one has love in LA.
Yeah. Everybody just has a fucking traffic cone in their ass. So it's literally the worst fucking, most toxic shit. But actually out here is really nice.
Yeah, out here is super nice.
Everybody's
Same
super
with San
sweet.
Diego. San Diego's cool.
The outskirts of LA is like the best place to be. Yeah. I think if I have a house, I would be on the outskirts. Like
for sure.
At least an hour out or like 45 minutes out. It's like solid because you can get further enough away from the drama and the bullshit.
Yeah.
But you can just drive your self-driving Tesla.
Yeah.
Right in.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Tell us about that fight a little bit.
Yeah. What's the story behind that?
And also, it hasn't. I mean, unless
one
you're
knows
kind of like
about it,
in like the influencer space, like not, you know, it hasn't really been like announced yet that like you're like the winner and you're fighting on the undercard.
Right. So I was on a hike actually. Probably ate like shit in the morning. I don't even remember what I ate that morning. Like probably ate something horrible.
Ass and Cheerios.
Yeah, and I'm like on a hike, like trying to get a workout in. Like if I knew I was fighting, I would never went on a hike. I would have probably just like been hydrating and shit. I'm on a hike and Taylor calls me. He's like, "Hey, you want to come box tonight? All these TikTokers for a chance to get on the undercard of the TikTokers versus YouTube." And I'm like, maybe." And he's like, "Maybe?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Nah, fuck it, yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it." And right then and there, I was like trying to like, what am I gonna do? I have no gear. I'm on a hike right now. Like literally, I'm at the top of the hike. Like I still like, I'm just trying to save my energy.
Right.
I just like started chugging water. I'm like, I gotta get hydrated. So
have you been like training up to that?
No,
You've never trained.
I don't fight. Like I don't box. I had one lesson, like a month. Like whenever I like went to go like call out Tanner, even though Tanner's my boy, I was like trying to get on the card. I'm trying to chase the bag. I went like to one class, basically just to film that like call out video, which was cool. It probably helped me a lot. And then
one class is better than none.
Yeah, none. Sure. But so I just did that one class. That's the only experience I have. And then, so yeah, I started hydrating, and then met Taylor at his house. Oh yeah, first I went and got gloves and shit, and then went and met Taylor at his house, and then went there, and I was like, oh well, it'd be fun no matter what. Yeah. And then somehow I fucking won.
Well, yeah. I was there, and I was like watching and filming, and like I was like, oh okay, like it was Cam Casey you were going up against, and he was a little taller than you, right? And both he had more lessons than you did, but like there was one right hand he threw a haymaker, and he fucking just goes straight into the goddamn fucking ropes, and everyone was just going crazy.
Yeah. That was a good feeling. I posted on TikTok, and somebody was like, what a good feeling when you hit somebody and everybody screams.
Yeah.
But every other comment was like, this dude sucks. This dude's form fucking sucks. But I'm like, dude, back home, that's all we're throwing is fucking haymakers. Like we're just like
looking for the knockout.
Like back home, you like South is known for like more of a tough like vibe,
for
like,
sure.
You know, country boy shit. Well, we're all like, I used to fight like more street fight, not box. I never boxed, but like I used to get in a couple fights, and we just always just be like fighting and shit. So it's more of a street fight vibe, throwing haymakers.
Yeah,
and shit.
for sure.
So I just got in there and tried. I don't know.
Cause I wasn't there, but I saw some footage from your phone. Like it was packed with just every influencer you could think of watching these fights, and people would just go in the ring, right? It was just like one-on-one to get the undercard spot.
Yeah.
And it was weird because there was like two solid like bigger guys, right? That you went up to.
They had me up against that the dude that Cam fought.
Yeah, you fought like the biggest dudes and you still won. And then the last fight you fought like JoJo too. JoJo's the boy.
But what sucked about JoJo was right after Cam Casey's 185, 190.
Yeah.
I'm 165 with like weight on me. Like I usually if I cut, I'm like 150, 155. Like I was like fighting this big ass dude. It took all my energy. I'm throwing nothing but haymakers. And then like, all right, 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to fight JoJo. I'm like, 5 fucking minutes? What the fuck?
So how many fights did you fight that night?
3.
So, okay.
So I went outside after the Cam Casey fight to catch my breath, and I just threw up everywhere. And then fucking
You came back in.
They were
Came
going
back
rapid
in.
fire. They wanted to get the shit done. And go.
And then Fousey was like, "You can knock this kid out." I was like, "Bro,
Fousey was there.
he just wants the fucking thumbnail." And
I
the
know.
good, like, I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to knock nobody out. First of all, JoJo's my boy. Second of all, I'm so fucking beat. I just threw up a gallon of fucking water outside. Like, I'm not about to knock anybody out.
Dude, Fousey Tube has been gone for a minute, and he just pops up and just covers all this shit with the fights.
Bro, I was talking to Bryce. I was like, why is Fousey here? He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Fousey's just here.
Dude, I love it. I fucking love it. Like,
It was
I remember
awesome,
the days
though.
of Fousey.
Yeah,
That was
Fousey.
the shit.
I used to watch Fousey back in the day before he went crazy or whatever.
Before he turned his name to Rose.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's been through a lot of changes, but damn.
Before
Okay.
he's best friends with Drake.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. He said that Drake was gonna come to his like meet and greet, and then
And no one showed up.
Hate it when that happens.
hate it when Drake doesn't show up. To
Nothing
your
like a
party.
good old no show on the
Drake
Drake
fight.
meet and greet.
So who was organizing it? They're trying to make it to figure out who is gonna fight Tanner Fox on the undercard, right? Is it Tanner or is it?
Well, they got
No.
They got that one dude that like the guy like the organizer is the guy that looks like fucking Walmart Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know the
exactly.
guy long
Okay.
ass. You know how the guy with like long ass blonde.
Paul.
hair?
Oh, yeah,
His
yeah.
name's Paul.
Sorry, but yeah, I mean but anyway,
Yeah,
I saw him.
Paul.
I'm like, dude, like this dude's literally Walmart Brad Pitt from World War Z.
Yeah.
That's literally what I saw. Like I don't know if anybody.
Right.
It's
Or
literally
David Spade.
Pop up.
Little David Spade.
Everybody thinks David Spade looks like so many people. David Spade looks like David Spade. He's like a small little rat man.
No, but yeah, he's putting it on.
Yeah.
And then, so no, the dude I'm supposed to be fighting is this dude named Ryan. He won the YouTuber version. Like I won the TikTok one.
Ryan's
He
toy
won-
review? Ryan's toy review.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Ryan's toy review.
He's got that Target bag.
just
Shows up with the Nerf boxing gloves.
just bet him for the CPM on one of his videos.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Or
Dude,
yeah, one of those.
Everybody in this bitch would be set.
Oh
Like,
my god, bro.
So he's setting it up, and then they're trying to figure out who's gonna be on the undercard because there's a spot available, right?
No, I'm like the dude had already won the YouTuber one. Is
Okay.
the dude named Ryan? I don't know. I forget his last name. I don't know. Do you know?
You're fighting him.
I have no idea.
I just know he's bigger than me.
That's
How
all that
much?
matters.
How much bigger?
But what's new? I think he's like 5'11". I'm 5'8".
So are you
Okay.
gonna go? Are you gonna take lessons and shit?
Yeah, I'm.
You gonna train a little bit?
You going all in?
Or do you have the Ben Askren approach to it? Because I mean, the way I see it, as long as you don't get your head fucked up, and you
don't
like
get
get out there,
knocked.
and you have the ability to have fun that night and potentially have sex, you might as well.
And
Oh, and
a
a bag.
bag.
No, that's what I'm
The
saying.
bag,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like it's you.
The
You,
bag's
are,
the
you got
most
your bag.
important.
Yeah.
So it's like as long as
I'm
you're.
not too worried about losing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like well, it's like,
I've got punched in the face a couple times. Like,
And you just got thrown into this opportunity.
Yeah.
So like there's no reason to even like
What were they? What were you
Worry.
fighting for? Did they tell you like if you get this spot,
No,
there's a
the-
certain bag? Like what is it?
yeah, a guaranteed 6-figure contract to fight in the undercard.
Oh shit!
Plus exposure.
Yeah, that. I mean, exposure is huge, but
Yeah.
dude, that 6-figure bag is
Yeah,
massive.
plus sponsorships and shit. I haven't signed anything. Paul hasn't even reached out to me yet about. But it was like a couple of days
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm sure he has so much shit on his plate. But I'm supposed to be getting the contract soon and look over it. But yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
Wow.
can't complain, man. 6 figures in the bank account for.
it's nicer than
We're trying to come down
not
there and support everyone down there.
in
so.
Miami. It'd be
Yeah.
sick. It's gonna be a
We'll
movie
paint.
for sure.
We'll paint Kale across our chest.
Yeah,
Yeah, just to be the
Oh,
guys
no,
in the
Our butt cheeks, bro. Poor
That's
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah. Kale goes.
You're gonna have to shave your butt cheeks, man.
Nah, me too.
True.
I'd be in the same.
Manscaped sponsorship right now. Boom.
All right, this is actually huge. We've been working with Manscaped for a really long
Let's
time
go,
now. They're a
Manscaped!
great partner for us, and this is some serious breaking news. We have an important PSA brought to you by Manscaped.com. This is a public service announcement and the news you've been waiting for. The Manscaped engineering team has confirmed that they have successfully created the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer,
Get the fuck out of here.
which is now available for purchase in the United States of America
Let's
and
go.
Canada. So
Oh.
tap in. Sorry to everybody in the other places, other countries, but
There
USA,
are no
Canada.
other places.
The new trimmer was released only moments ago, and we are one of the first people to get our hands on it. Here it is, the Lawnmower 4.0.
Oh,
As a
Check it out. I
heart?
mean, look at that. It's literally a nutsack.
that's
Oh, it is.
Oh, that's the logo. That's epic.
But like, it's kind of like it's kind
like
of
fancy
angelic.
nutsack.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
like
an
angels are
Oh,
That's the first look.
boxy.
We've never seen this before. Honestly. Oh, it feels good.
Give it
Oh,
a
dude,
It's
look how
smaller.
balanced it is, bro.
Give
Oh
it a
my
try.
Oh
God.
my god.
Should we give it here? Let's fire her
Can I
up.
feel that real quick?
Yeah. stroke it a little
Wow, that is like it's so much smaller and just fits around your hand better. That's amazing.
This is
keep it
better
going.
than show and tell.
bit.
Okay.
Wait, can I see it really quick, Chris? I want to do a little.
What do they change about it other than obviously like?
The Lawnmower 3.0 was great, but the Lawnmower 4.0, I think they brought it back. The light you can now turn on and off with the shaver still being on. So like you don't need the light the entire time. Also, wireless charging. You just plug it into a dock opposed to having to like plug it in. The old one you had to plug it into a dock, it might, fall off or anything. This one you just set it in the dock and it's just perfect.
Ooh.
Let's try this thing out.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, guys. You guys know we
she's
talked about this
on,
for a
fires
while.
up.
Hardest part is shaving your own nuts,
Oh.
like shaving your own pubes. This makes it so you do not have to fear nicking your sack, doing anything. It's literally going to be a perfect clean every single time. It's the way to go. Manscaped.com/TheSync. We trust them with everything with cutting, shaving
nicks.
below the line. No
Try it.
nicks.
What percent you get off?
Wait.
There.
The new trimmer even allows you to customize your trim all the way through additional guard lengths with sizes 1 through 4. You get to choose different sizes of actual guards, and it looks wise. It's sleek. The two-tone matte and gloss finish even features a hot foil-stamped black chrome Manscaped logo, shows that mower off loud and proud. Every time my friends come over and they see the Manscaped like lawnmower, they're always like, they already know what it is and they want to try it.
Kind of
And, yeah.
turns the girls on. It's one of those things you can't really pass around. Like you can't
you
let
can't,
people
yeah.
try it out because it is kind of suspect. But
It's cool that people see it.
girls
They
do
recognize
really
it
like
right
it
away.
when when girls come over and they see it.
So yeah, guys, we want to give this off to you guys. It is live now, the Lawnmower 4.0. You can get 20% off and free shipping with the code TheSync at manscaped.com. Make sure to use the code TheSync. No person wants to end up with pubes in their mouth, and your balls will thank you. To get 20% off using the code TheSync at manscaped.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Manscaped. Drop it in.
Definitely.
Damn. Okay, so that's crazy, man. Did that come to you as like? Because dude, finding out one day in like 8 hours you're gonna make 100K, over 100K is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, what was your reaction to that?
That was the whole thing. Like, well, going into it, I seen Cam Casey. I didn't even know who it was at first, but he's huge. And then they had me up against the dude that Cam Casey first fought, was another 190-pound dude.
Okay.
They had me up against him at first. And I don't know what changed, but I think Cam Casey went up against the dude that I fought at first, and he was like probably 150 pounds. He might have been 6 foot, but he was like 150 pounds. And like, wait a second, this isn't fair. So they were like, what do you weigh? And he was like 190. So they just brawled.
Yeah.
So I got out of that first one. And they just had a bunch of big dudes in there. I was like, well, they had some little dudes too, but they definitely had some big dudes. I was like, I mean, fuck, if I catch them in the last rounds, it might work.
Yeah.
In the first rounds, it'd be a little iffy, but in the last rounds, everybody's tired. I might could throw a fucking haymaker and do something.
For sure.
And it ended up working out pretty good. So
Yeah, it was a lot of luck, like getting you to that bag, getting to that spot. That's massive.
Definitely. And then, my reaction, it was cool. I like called my dad. Well, I told my dad and like a couple people that like I was going fight. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like, there's a chance to win like 100K or whatever, or plus or whatever. And then afterwards, I was like, wait a second. That's 100K.
That's 100K.
And
Run that
shit.
Your dad's like, I'm gonna go buy my girl a pair of tits.
Let's go. Let's go.
Damn.
So is social media a full-time thing for you now?
Yeah. I used to own a company with my grandfather doing like temporary electrical work.
Oh, hell, you're a lineman?
Basically. I wasn't licensed, but
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get in to before I started all this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
before that I did like house remodels and shit.
Oh, hell okay.
So I did a company with my grandfather for a little while. Well, actually before that I did some other like the remodels, and I started social media doing that. And then it was building up, and then my grandfather was like ready to get on with his life, and he was like leaving his business partners. He was ready to start a new business, and I was ready to start a new business so I could like own a business, so I could like have the freedom to come to LA when I need and shit like that. So it just kind of worked out, like good time, good place. And so I ran that for a little while, and then COVID hit. And we're like, well, fuck, that sucks. We actually did like a bunch of events, like concerts and stuff. Well, concerts go toast, and events go toast.
Nothing, man.
But TikTok just went
Crazy.
insane. So it was like
Summer.
another perfect time, perfect place type deal.
Yeah.
So it worked out really well. And then I was just like, and then the events are finally coming back, but it's to the point where like, even back then I was getting recognized, like working these events. Like it was kind of not aggravating, but it was just like, dude, I'm working.
Yeah.
Like I have a real job. Like I'm working.
What were you famous on first if it wasn't TikTok? Was it Instagram?
First thing I ever blew up on was Twitter.
What were you doing on Twitter?
Y'all might have seen it. It was I titled it "How I'm Coming into 2019," and it's I could probably pull it up, but it was me and my boy John, my best friend, and it's like when I'm hopping out the dumpster, I like hop out the dumpster and it like got turned into a meme. Well, like overnight just went bananas. So many fucking views overnight. It went viral. We were freaking out, and then a bunch of meme pages took it and put it on the Instagram and started tagging me.
Hell yeah.
And my boy. So yeah, we were just blowing up. We had started, and then like a month later, first viral video.
Yeah, first viral video. Okay, damn.
And then so Twitter, and then like going out and shit, we were known as the Twitter dudes. Me and my boy were like a duo. Like, oh, we're the Twitter dudes. We're the Twitter dudes.
Twitter famous is like sticks. Like
yeah.
If you get numbers on Twitter, like retweets on Twitter. Are crazy.
And you can also post whatever the fuck you want on Twitter, which is so nice because like TikTok's so brutal with like it literally. I mean, you could literally give $1 million to a homeless dude and they'd figure out how to take it down.
Yeah.
Like it's literally the most
endangered
ridiculous
shit
shit
this
ever.
man or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You literally post porn on Twitter.
Yeah.
You can literally do that. Yeah.
Pretty
But
fucking crazy.
yeah, so it was like Twitter first, and then like I was like, but like the followers went over to Instagram, and then so it was like for a little while it was like Instagram, Twitter dudes, and then I went to edit like a video on TikTok and then post it on Twitter, and the little TikTok tags, like I guess it drove people to my TikTok, and then it kind of just worked like that.
That's awesome.
Shit. Okay. And then so how long ago from like today did you say like, okay, I'm doing this full time?
Like right when COVID hit, I kind of had to.
About a year.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I didn't have another job basically.
Okay.
So right when COVID hit, well, really right when COVID hit is right when I did Rockstar, the dance.
Yeah,
We didn't even talk about that. That was
Yeah.
I was planning on dropping that later, but yeah, I mean, so like kind of like intro that for.
So another right time, right place thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
describe that.
I knew I wanted to do a dance. I knew I wanted to start a dance. Rockstar came out. I saw it was on the charts. It was not It wasn't paid. Like Rockstar was not paid. Like everybody thinks that it was like paid. I saw it on the charts at the top of the charts. And I was like, damn, they're about to put a bunch of money into this song. And I was like, it's a fire ass song. And then I was like, I stood in my room for like a couple hours, made a little dance, and then I went and filmed it that same night and posted it. And it like did like pretty good. And then like for a week there was like maybe like 1,000 people that did it, and then Taylor Holder did it.
Yeah. Okay.
Boom. Started blowing. Then like Josh Richards did it, and then Taylor followed me, and then DM me. He's like, "Where you at? I'm in Dallas. Pull up." And then so I was like, "Fuck it." And so I just went like met him in Dallas, and then come to find out he invited all the Sway Boys, all kind of TikTokers, when we rented an Airbnb in Dallas last year, right at the beginning of COVID, before we even realized what COVID was.
That's when the shit went down, right? With all those TikToks.
No. That was before.
That-
Because if this is
so-
pre-COVID, it was before.
Wait,
No. That was when all the Sway Boys got
wait,
the.
I have a story about that.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, so no, everything went fine. That was nuts. It was a movie. It was like hanging out, like it was just crazy. Like women.
Mansion. It was like
Yeah, it was just like
Nelk pulled up.
Nelk pulled up. Like just it was just insane. It was like my first like not like I've met people and shit like that, but it was the first time like really living this lifestyle. So like women everywhere, like just throwing themselves at you. It's like crazy, like models showing up. It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? You don't even know my name. Like, but you know, you just because I'm here, you're just guessing that
you're part of it.
right.
You got the money.
It was just insane.
I mean, that's crazy.
So yeah, I hung out with all them, and then just kind of like I got in that pool, and I remember I gained like 300,000 followers in like 2 weeks or a week and a half.
Yeah.
And it was that pool of shout outs and reposts and tags.
Yeah.
This is on Instagram or Twitter? On TikTok, sorry.
On TikTok.
Okay.
And it's just crazy how it works. That's like why all these houses work. Is like everybody just reposts everybody's stuff. Like it just works so well. So that all went like really well. That's how I became friends with everybody. After that, Nelk actually came. That's where I met Nelk. And I was talking to them. They're like, yeah, we're going to Louisiana after this. I was like, perfect. I live in Louisiana. Pull up. So we threw a party for Nelk at the river. Well, Nelk posted on their video, and then Josh Richards calls me. He's like, dude, what the fuck? You threw that party for Nelk? I'm like, yeah. He's like, do we have to do that? I'm like, bet, let's go.
Let's go.
So all the Sway Boys were coming to Louisiana. Well, when they're making their road trip down to Texas, on the way to my house, boom, get popped. That's when they get popped for everything in Texas. They were actually on the way to my house.
Your place.
Yeah.
Were you planning something crazy?
Yeah, we were going to throw like a fat rager. Like insane. Because like the Nelk Rager, it was on a Friday. We were supposed to throw it on a Saturday. it was a Friday. They text me at like 4 p.m. or like 3 p.m. They're like, hey, can we just throw it today? We're thinking about leaving a day early. I'm like, fuck.
Like you have to. You
I have to. It's fucking Nelk.
Yeah.
All right. Boom. Started hitting up everybody. Somehow pulled some half-ass shit together, and it ended up being really cool. So I knew if within 3 hours I could put together something crazy like that, I knew with weeks of planning we could go like so crazy, like literally throw like the party of the fucking year in Louisiana. Like everybody was going to show up, like all the girls, everything. And they got popped, so.
That's fucking. Fuck. Yeah, that story of them, like, because they searched the whole car. They had all the narcotics. Oh, fuck, whatever.
Narcotics, yeah.
In the
little
car.
blow.
Yeah.
Little blow. Okay.
I don't think they had coke.
They had like
they just had a wax.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
is that
really?
what? Oh, because in Texas, that's probably what.
like concentrate of just weed, and they just that shit gets you like
because
way
they're
more
not
trouble.
like. I'll be honest, like I've literally like I've been with them all the time. I've never seen them do coke, anything like that. But
They're
like,
not about it.
no, they're more just like weed.
yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
I
way to
mean, we're all from Washington, so like that's not even, that's not anything like every
Who gives a fuck?
everybody's mama's doing that, but yeah.
Damn.
But of course, the press is gonna make it look like it's.
Well, yeah, and
Crazy
Texas,
And then when
Texas lawmaking too.
And then the
And
mugshots came out, like
True.
that changed everything too.
And just TikTok fan bases are just brutal.
well, no,
Cancel culture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not. It's just like the lack of understanding, right? It's like because like when you're 13, you're like, oh, I'm never gonna do anything ever.
Yeah.
And then I mean, that's who most of their fans are. They hear this and they're, just jerking off in middle school.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, this is then what happens. They get super mad and they're like, I'm going to cancel this person.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn.
Just
Okay.
soft.
I hate cancel culture.
Dude,
It's
terrible. It's the worst. It's the worst shit ever.
Has anyone tried to
Worst.
cancel you? Like, have you ever been through that?
The closest thing I've ever done is like, dude, black culture like drives Louisiana. Like I love, like I respect black culture to the millions. Like it's the best shit ever.
Yeah.
And like a lot of our music, 100% of our fucking music in Louisiana, I give to black culture. 100% of our dancing, like black culture rules Louisiana, and I have so much respect for it. It's the best shit ever, and like I owe so much to them. Well, just being funny. This goes along with being like coming from Twitter.
Yeah.
How you can kind of get away with more stuff. Well, I posted something on TikTok, and it was I'm gonna get roasted for not even knowing the name of the type of dancing, but it was like Zimbabwe type.
Yeah, I know.
Getting light type.
I think I know the dance you're talking
like
about.
African type dancing. Well, I did it and I posted. I like did the dance and I like tried to practice it just like try to kind of like show respect, so I didn't just like completely butcher it because at the same time one of the Lopez brothers had posted it and was getting like butchered for it, and I said, am I invited to the cookout now or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people usually like love that shit.
Yeah,
especially
for sure.
because they know I'm in that like
You're in that community, right?
I'm in the community and like I show respect to the community and like I'm kind of like I just love the community.
Louisiana's kind of the origin of the cookout
exactly.
too. I mean, it's like crawfish cookout. It's literally. I mean, you can't think of another place where that. I mean,
right.
That's literally the
exactly.
Cookout.
So like a lot of Louisiana people were loving it, and on Twitter loving it, but at the same time, BLM it just fucking started the same fucking day.
Yeah.
Shit.
BLM started.
Shit.
Tough looks.
And yeah.
And it wasn't even.
And it really wasn't. It was just like
no
some
harmful-
comments and stuff like that. I kind of dodged it. I respectfully like I love black culture and I just typed up some stuff because I mean no disrespect with that. I hope everybody can get together and stuff like that. I was raised like really really opposite of that. So really raised like opposite of diversity and shit. Like everybody's a whole like. So yeah.
Yeah,
For
totally.
sure. Yeah. No, it was a thing where it's just like you want to be supportive of the movement, but also being in the internet space, you know when it goes too far because you see people go after just the stupidest shit sometimes, and that's when you have to be like, I don't do that. That's not cool. But I'm still like supportive of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
It's a fine line.
But a lot of people win from cancel culture. Like Bryce wins from cancel culture a lot because he knows how to push the limits without completely pushing it over the edge.
And then there's shit that like people say, oh, like this is cancel culture, but like if you're being a pedophile. It's not. You don't deserve to be canceled. You don't deserve a platform at all for anything. That's
Like
not.
who-
Cancel culture.
Like
cancel culture is something that like you're being canceled on something that really is like okay, what somebody feels some way about it, and then
Yeah, but who even knows what cancel culture is anymore? Like you can make a joke about literally anything, and if one person gets offended and that person like they
make a joke about pooping your pants, and somebody's gonna get mad
someone
about
just
it.
retweets and retweets it, then
Somebody's a
they're mad
serial
about it.
pants pooper, and like
Yeah.
they get mad.
Yeah,
Sad day.
I mean,
taking things out of context and shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's the
It's
worst
whack.
ever.
It's whack.
it's a mix of like timing and the joke, because you can make a joke, but then 2 weeks later, for certain events happening at the same time, and then you make a joke, then it has a totally different thing too. It's
Right.
not always black and white. It
Right.
sometimes depends on how is society feeling, and so then that determines what's okay and what's not okay.
Right.
Or even if you have something that you posted 6 months ago, and then something,
Oh, yeah.
and then a new something
Right.
happens, right? Had no context in that time. Yeah, we know a guy that I think like something like that just happened, and literally, something new comes out, and then people go back, scroll through.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Find
Polo
old-
Boy.
Yeah,
It's over
old
with.
old podcast clip or something,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Just like
Fuck
like another instance, like I said earlier in the podcast, like my character Cowboy Cale is a play on how ridiculous the people from down south can be.
Yeah.
Well, like just stereotypical, it's like fat girls with rotted teeth or something, and like you'll see like a skinny little white dude with like a big fat white girl with rotten teeth, and it's
Yeah.
just like that's something you really will see. So me like picking up like fat women, people think like I'm shaming fat women. I'm just being like
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like I love all women. Like
Yeah.
I'm like a women like guy. Like I love women. Like it's just like they'll take
Comedians
everything.
can't be comedians anymore. Like that's the
You really
straight
can't.
up.
Yeah.
Well, and it's just, if that's your reality, like you're just showing your reality to what, other
You're
people
making it
don't.
more ridiculous. You're explaining, dude, this is what is in Louisiana. It's ridiculous. Let's
Right.
make fun of it. Here's the comedy.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, no. All right, let's pay the bills real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we want to thank our sponsor, BetterHelp. That's HELP, BetterHelp. Is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? For me, sometimes I have a hard time sleeping because I'm constantly thinking about things I was doing during the day.
Okay.
But it's better to kind of let go and clear your mind. I've been having trouble with that. But BetterHelp allows you to assess your needs and match you with your own expert professional therapist. You can start communicating under 48 hours with your therapist. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's a professional counseling done securely in many areas. The service available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly videos or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy. If you guys have ever gotten met with a therapist or a family therapist, you know that it's a part of your day. You have to drive there, the waiting room. It's awkward, but this allows you to bring in mobile and talk to them directly, set up appointments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Amazing.
if you have anxiety, you have times when you're just really more pent up and you want to get it out and kind of understand your emotions.
You just hop on your phone, right?
Exactly. You can sign up to BetterHelp and you get access to a licensed therapist right away. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. Last thing I want to say, the biggest part about BetterHelp is that when you have a counselor or a therapist that you're not really connecting with, it's hard to leave them. They're not in your system of your insurance. You have to move to a different person. This allows you to do it quickly through an app, and there's none of that communication going on. So guys, visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily on BetterHelp.com. Again, that's BetterHelp.com, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have started using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/TheSync. Again, that's 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/TheSync.
This is amazing.
go. Yes.
I can actually buy a friend. I can
Yeah,
literally
seriously.
buy someone to talk.
It's kind of like that because a therapist literally is able to help you out with your issues, listen to what you have to say, and the experience is so much easier doing it over your phone. And it's somebody it's confidential. They're not going to share with anybody. You really get to say whatever you want.
And it's hard to find people these days that will listen to your issues.
Seriously.
Or talk
Yeah,
to you,
and this
so.
is somebody that has the expertise in it and actually wants to hear what you have
And
to
a
say.
lot
help you out.
cheaper as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the experience is just so much better. All right, thank you, BetterHelp.
Perfect. Up next. Sometimes I just don't have the energy or the time to cook, especially something healthy. And honestly, I don't even feel great when I wake up and I just eat a takeout meal or just
Or Chick-fil-A breakfast morning, every single morning.
Yeah, it hasn't been the healthiest lifestyle
It's
for me,
not.
or all of us for that matter.
No.
Well, that all changed once I found Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest delivers delicious food, all built on organic fruits, vegetables, and everything healthy right to your door. It takes literally minutes to prepare, and you'll never have to think twice about eating healthy food again.
That's a thing.
That's- yeah.
The thought that has to go, the effort going into cooking healthy foods is so much. When we got our BetterHelp shipment, having that in the fridge, the bowl's ready to go.
The broccoli was so good.
It's broccoli in our
This kid
fridge,
doesn't
bro.
even f***ing like broccoli.
No.
And I love this broccoli, bro.
And the smoothies were...
The smoothies, everyone was rave. I didn't get to try one. Everyone was going crazy for the
Dude,
smoothies.
the smoothies was pretty nice, man. Dude, they even threw some oats in there. I didn't know I was an oat guy.
Oh.
It's on because I've kind of been on the eat meat
And it cleans your palate, too.
Yeah, but it's like we literally had fresh, healthy food that was easy to cook in our fridge, and that's the biggest difference. You can say you have vegetables in your fridge, but you're not going to cook those vegetables when they're easy and ready to go. Thank you.
So
And girls love it too, because like I don't know, girls like don't want to come over and eat like Chick-fil-A all the time. Yeah. I mean, so like they come over, they're like, hey, you got anything healthy to eat? Yes, we do. We have Daily Harvest in our freezer.
Let's
go. So anyway, Daily Harvest never uses preservatives, added sugar, or artificial anything, including they recently launched almond milk, which is literally just made up of almonds and a dash of sea salt. That's it. Get started today. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code TheSync and get $25 off your first box. That's promo code TheSync for $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com.
Wait, one more time. What was the promo code?
dailyharvest.com/TheSync.
Yes.
For 25% off your first box.
You know you're not going to be eating healthy if you have to cook it yourself. This allows you to kind of get ahead of yourself, learn what you love and what you want to keep eating, and get those orders coming in every month. Thank you so much.
Build that calcium.
Let's go. Thank you. Woo, let's get it. Was it the Rockstar Dance first?
Yeah, the Rockstar Dance was my first ever TikTok ever.
With Indiana. Yeah.
My first ever TikTok was the Rockstar Dance.
A lot of people's first TikTok. I've seen like so many girls blow up off the Rockstar.
Yeah.
And then I see them like, dude, I think there was just a bunch.
Yeah,
there was a bunch of girls. I don't want to like name drop because I might be wrong, but like there was a bunch of girls. Their first viral video was Rockstar. For one, positive is that Carson Ronnie. She's out here right now, actually. I remember her first like viral video was Rockstar.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like
you create careers.
No, not me.
Crazy. It was crazy. And then it came to Fortnite, and I was like, I'm copping it. And then another dance came to Fortnite, and it was copping it, and it was fucking funny.
Well, because you did it to Rockstar and Mood, right? That was your two biggest.
Yeah, that was like my two biggest. Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, you had to, because people talk about this all the time in like the music industry and how music blows up, or how TikTok blows up music, right? Like, and that's very recent to where that sort of thing is happening. Do you think that you had some sort of role to play in Mood being? I mean, that's the biggest song for I think 40 weeks.
Yeah. Well, you got to think. I heard Mood before it came out. We strategically did Mood.
So were you paid?
Yeah. Mood
how does that work?
So the label reaches out to a marketing agency.
Right.
The marketing agency reaches out to me. Marketing agency gets, just for simple numbers, marketing agency gets $100,000. They'll pay. This is not like exactly what I got paid and what everybody else gets paid, but they'll pay this influencer $2,000. They'll pay this influencer $3,000. They'll pay this big influencer $7,000. They'll pay this medium influencer, or they're like a low influencer, a bunch of them $500 each, and then they'll pay a dance creator. Well, first they pay the dance creator to make the dance and post. Then they go and strategically pay everybody to do the dance. Mm-hmm. So
you were the first guy. You got paid to create the dance, throw it up there as a reference.
So you get paid for like creating it in like X amount of posts. Okay. They're like, all right, what kind of deal do you want to do? You want to do 3 posts? Or do you want to do 10? Or do you want to do 20? Like, how do you want to go? And so it's all strategic. So Mood was kind of like, it wasn't as strategic. Like, it was, but like, it could get more strategic. But I was just like, yeah, let's do Mood. I really like this song. Mm-hmm. And then we did like, I think 4 posts, and then it was doing good. So they're like, all right, let's do another 4. All right, let's do another 4. Ended up posting Mood like a lot, like a long. Like
and they're paying you per 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as like a package deal.
So, but besides Renegade, the Renegade dance, that has to be one of the most used.
How does it go again? Like,
I'm trying to visualize. I never got into TikTok.
Lamborghini fucking
yeah.
car.
Well, I know that one, but like for Mood, yeah.
Why are you always in a mood?
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That was.
So I mean, so it is one of the biggest dances on TikTok. You know, I mean, it's
Rockstar's
huge.
It's definitely. So both of those have to be top 10. So at that point, does the label come back to you and they're like, all right, we're paying you part of like, we're paying you more and more on how many like views and everything like this is generating?
See, they kind of win because they do the package deal type deal, but like a lot of people are understanding like how this is working, and they're starting to make it so they get like a little percentage of the song. Like, you know, like people get paid on Spotify and stuff. They'll get, I forget what they call it. I haven't done this yet, but I've heard of a lot of people doing this.
It'd be what you get if you're on like YouTube,
like a licensing, like residuals.
Like you get like residuals, but they call it like a star or something, or a point. Oh, you get like a point,
okay,
or something like that, and it's like a certain percentage of the song, and then you get that much ad revenue or whatever.
That's huge.
So it gives you incentive to blow up the song, because the more it blows up, the more
you're gonna make. Yeah, for sure. But you haven't done that yet. Before, it's only been like the package deal. Here's 4 dances. Yeah,
but like I like to do like at least like 5. Like I want to do like, all right, all right, so we'll do like a package deal of like 5 dances because I don't want to do like a package deal, like just do 2 and then it like not do that good. And then it's like, oh, there goes Cale, do another dance, another dance of Cale's. And it didn't do that good. So 5 gives it enough to like kind of like give its momentum. And after 5, we kind of see, maybe not been the one, maybe not have been the song. Like,
okay. So you do that dance, it goes huge. Obviously, that's the reason why I think huge reason why Moo did so well. And obviously, like, but then when does like Fortnite reach out to you? Like, how does that happen?
No. So Moves, Moves not on Fortnite.
It was just
Rockstar. Yeah.
So Rockstar wasn't a paid deal. That was just like my first dance I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then Rockstar, I mean Fortnite. There was just like this agency that reached out to me, kept reaching out to me in emails, and I was like, just kind of blew them off. We want to license your Rockstar dance and sell it or something. They kept saying some shit like that. I was like, whatever. Well, I eventually just like
it was probably Epic Games emailing you,
it
right?
wasn't
like whatever.
It wasn't Epic Games, but it was somebody who was really close to Epic Games.
Yeah.
Somebody who works for
They
Epic
want to
Games.
sell it to Epic Games and give you a cut.
Exactly.
Right.
Because they have the connection to
They have
Epic
the connection,
Games, so
yeah.
they're making their lick.
Yeah.
And then, so I was like, whatever. So I eventually just sent it to my manager. I was like, hey, these dudes have been fucking emailing me.
Mm-hmm.
I finally fully read through it, and it kind of looks okay, but it still looking sketchy. And then they're like, we want to give you a shit ton of money to put your dance in Fortnite.
How much? How much money you get from it?
At least it was 5 figures. Wait, 6. Wait, 5 figures. Yeah.
Can't complain.
Can't complain at all.
What do you get? Do you get money for people buying?
Like, did you make money off Burke, basically?
No,
No, you didn't?
Oh my god, I wouldn't be sitting here.
You'd be a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, dude, they made so much money.
Did
And
you?
it just dropped again.
Yeah, I fucking copped that shit right when I hit the item shop.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
I know who fucking made this dance.
So-
I'm buying this shit.
So did you have to go into? So you must have. Did you have to go into Epic Games and did they?
No, I asked, but they were like, with COVID, you can't do it. I was like, all right, look, I'll do it. I'll do it. Like, I wasn't making any fucking money off this,
So
this
so
shit
you just have to
anyways.
send them like a stock video then?
I had to send them just like a little video.
You're like dressed up in like the 2K.
Yeah.
Like,
I wanted to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
This is where they
the green
explain it.
screen
that's
outfit?
that's literally what you would have done if it wasn't COVID. Yeah,
Right.
they strap like little balls to you. I've seen it
Right.
in Valve. They strap like little balls to you
Yeah.
and like you're this.
Yeah.
You can like
Yeah.
just like little like
They
avatar.
measure all the movements.
That'd be
That'd
fucking raw.
that'd
Like
be
imagine
so
just like on your phone you just have like an avatar of yourself like doing a dance.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I mean like you could edit yourself to be like whatever you want.
There was a
You're
lot
just
of
like, oh, I got this.
There was
Sell
a lot
it
of
as
controversy
NFT.
back in the day, though, about like the whole thing about getting your dance on there. Like, did you see? Do you think like do you live in any regret that you should have set up some kind of deal, or would have even been possible to set up a deal where you made money off every time it got bought?
Yeah, but like talking to those people, they're like, no, they don't do that. The only people who do that is Madden.
Madden, okay,
really.
I think not 2K, but Madden.
off celebrations
Possibly,
and stuff?
yeah.
Okay.
Because my friend, he started the Gritty. His name's Gritty, but he started the Gritty. That's the one that like Justin Jefferson does. It's like
What
a
is
little-
that? Is that the
yeah,
right
little
foot
beat.
creep?
Yeah, right foot creep. And he's like, hey, I just
He
got my
started that? Your buddy did that?
Yeah, he's like, I haven't met him yet, but like we talk, I have his number
Oh,
and
nice.
stuff. We were gonna do a video soon, and he was like, he's from New Orleans.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So he's actually like a high school kid.
Really?
Yeah, no, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
It was it was in football.
Yeah,
football
yeah.
game.
And then Justin Jefferson like blew it up,
Nice.
and then so
It's a
he was
hard
like,
fucking
He was
dance.
like, my dance is getting in Fortnite. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, hell yeah, congrats on the bag or whatever. I was like, shit, if we got residuals or whatever, like a little percentage each, we would be fucking balling.
Yeah.
He was like, well, shit, I am balling because Madden gives me residuals or something like that. I was like, okay. Sick.
Flexing on top of your flex.
Well, I mean, you got it better at least than some of the people. There was people that I remember when Fortnite first started like doing the dances. You know, they put like the floss in there and shit.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
people who didn't get anything
No.
from there. You know,
just-
it was
yeah.
straightly plucked off of
TikTok.
off of TikTok,
Right.
off of off of
But
whatever.
They started getting sued.
They got
So-
sued for not giving credit and like working with the people that created the dances, right?
But you know what? They do it so smart. They're like, oh, let's give these kids a little bit of chump fucking change. Dude, they're worth
Yeah.
billions of
Billions.
fucking dollars. They're like, let's give these kids
Yeah.
a couple of chump changes to just shut their mouth.
like when you say 5 figures, like that's really awesome and like that's insane.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of how much
the
money
money
that
generated.
shit generated,
Oh my god,
it
pennies. They
pennies.
made that in the first second it dropped.
yeah.
Yeah.
In a millisecond, they made as much they paid you for the original dance.
exactly.
I mean,
It's
what? How much
insane.
is it? How much is a skin on Fortnite?
The dance is probably like
$5.
yeah, $6,
$5
something like that. Yeah.
Probably
Boom,
like
boom, 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 boom. It's over with.
Easy.
They
I
made
mean,
their
it's
money back.
it has to be the easiest thing ever. And
That's crazy.
but I mean, the thing is, to you, it does. I mean, if they're throwing you $1,000, completely fucked up. It's terrible. It's
Oh, yeah,
probably the
horrible.
worst thing. If they're throwing you a hundred, 5-6 figure deal, who gives a fuck? And then you have the recognition of, people see this. I mean, it's not, it's not the worst thing for you as a creator.
Right.
Like, there's so many other things.
Well, the thing is, I never got paid from the beginning, and Rockstar was already gone. Like, nobody's doing Rockstar anymore. And then they hit me up. Hey, we want to license Rockstar Dance. I was like, so I think technically they own it, but it's like, dude, I wasn't making any money off this dance anymore anyways. I'm not posting this dance anymore.
That's true.
Like, I'm not even getting AdSense or whatever from TikTok Creator Fund. Yeah.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly.
And you
so
end
I was
up
like,
getting treasure from it.
I'll just take this little lick. Yeah.
Isn't it weird how like kids now like have an idea of, okay, I can go to college, get this certain job. There's these different ways to make money that I never realized until we were in the space. Selling your dance to a video game, selling, or working with and doing like a dance for a certain company with sound like labels. That stuff is not in anyone's mind until you're in the space and you realize people will pay you for it.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
And just like repurposing podcasts, like same thing.
Yeah,
just like everywhere.
it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's more just like the production of, because nobody else is gonna come up with that Rockstar dance again. There's never gonna be a dance made to Rockstar again unless it like resurfaces in 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So that production that you came up with, I mean, it's yours, and it's nobody else has it. Other people want it. You make money from it. It's great.
Yeah, it was a cool little lick for sure. Yeah. And I get to say, and I did a stream afterwards, and it was really cool. Like the first stream, I like caught a dub on Fortnite, and I just did my dance. That was a cool feeling.
That's sick.
Epic.
That's
yeah.
sick.
Okay. What do your friends think back home? Like with everything that you're doing, like do they go crazy about like some of the people that you meet, hang out with? It's Louisiana, right? Like, is there that much of that stuff happening down there?
Like, yeah, it's like it's definitely different back home. Like, I get noticed so much back home because a lot of my fan base is down south. So like a lot of people don't get noticed in LA because it's LA. You fucking see Angelina Jolie walking down the street, it's nothing or whatever or whoever. So, but back home you get like noticed a lot, and everybody wants to talk to you and stuff like that, which is really cool, and I love it. But like friends wise, nothing's really changed with my friends. Yeah, nah, friends are cool. I have a small circle though, so. I keep it that way for certain reasons. Like keep a small circle, like super small. And all my friends are day one.
Yeah, so nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed, dude. They don't give a fuck if I'm whatever.
Yeah, and like with you, like I mean, your friends could literally get in your content, and it would be, it'd feel natural and organic. You aren't someone that's, because I mean, like you're obviously you aren't, Cowboy Cale, like when we like talk to you like this, but like you can very easily see that like how you could do these things, and like your interest in like how that presents itself. So I mean, it's very understandable, and how your friends could just easily get into it without having to like feel like, oh, I'm an influencer, or like oh, he's putting on like this like fake face.
Yeah. Nah, my friends would be like, oh, you think you're famous so you could do this shit, but like just fuck, exactly. Like we're so hard on each other and shit. Yeah. They could give two fucks.
LA changed you.
That's funny as fuck.
Like. It's really cool. My friends are really cool about it. But like people back home are definitely different. They always want to ask about this. Oh, you know Addison? Like, bro, Addison went to LSU 2 years ago. You didn't know Addison? They think just because Addison's who she is now or something. Like, it's just crazy like how people perceive things back home.
She went from just being like a regular girl at LSU to just she's the
huge.
Biggest now.
So no, she is number one. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know Charlie has more followers. Addison is number one.
Number one.
Open up your Snapchat right now, and I bet you see like
more
Addison shit than fucking.
Well, she's just everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere, dude.
Straight up. You can't.
Do you have any like? Have you ever met her? Like hung out with her?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 'Cause from like LSU stuff, we've never actually met her.
No. It's just like here stuff.
Yeah.
Just talked to her a couple of times. Her family's really cool because they're from Lafayette or whatever. So
she's literally turning into a Kardashian, bro. Like she's like literally.
Well, the Kardashians are genius for that.
Oh, 100%.
Did you see their episode together though? The first one.
Yeah. So like
it was really weird.
Yeah.
It was. Really
they were like
awkward.
confronting her and shit.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, is like you just. Unless like you're like unless you've like lived in LA or like been in LA, you just know that that's just like so not real. Like I mean, it gets real to like a point, but it's like the Kardashians aren't actually like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like that too, whatever like LA point, but like they're doing it for the camera. It's what's the most interesting to look at, and like making everyone feel like, oh, I need to cringe right now because of like how they're treating Addison at like this like brunch.
Genius.
Super
genius.
smart.
They're so genius. The Kardashians are so genius for bringing Addison in. Like so genius. They're the smartest people on earth. Yeah. Because, dude, she is at the top of top.
She's everywhere. She has 40 million followers on Instagram in like 2 years.
Like, movies are dead. Like,
they're dead.
They're dead. So, movie stars aren't the hottest thing anymore. What is on your phone every single day? Addison Rae.
Seriously.
Like
Everywhere.
She's the biggest.
She's
it's
the
crazy,
biggest.
and she does it so well. And to go overnight like that and still be such a nice person is amazing.
Yeah.
I give so much credit to her and Charlie, dude. She's like what, 17 now?
I think she's turning 17 this week.
Like what? How the fuck? She did it so good. I would be evil. I know I would be evil.
Evil.
I would be the worst fucking person on this
Dude.
planet.
Dude,
You give me 40 fucking million followers in a year and a bank account that looks like that. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm fucking
Get out of here.
That's it. You're self-aware though. You know that like that shit would not be able to like stay the same.
Dude, what?
How could you though?
That's
dude?
what if somebody tells you are God, if millions of people are telling you are God every day, one day you're gonna believe you're God.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
And they still haven't succumbed to that. They're still like
they're still
yeah.
very good about that.
The thing is, though, is like there has to be a little bit of like business, you know, because like you get to a point to where you look at your bank account, you're like, well, I got M's. I'm fucking. My dad drives a Rolls Royce fucking Wraith now that was sponsored by Triller. Like you have to get to some sort of point where okay, this is who I am now. I'm kind of evil.
Shit, maybe. I don't know. I think.
But
what
she's still a
keeps-
kid. She's 16, bro. She hasn't
True.
even like,
Think about
she hasn't,
how
like done anything.
Think about how much more evil you were as a kid as you are now.
Dude, but like it's not the same. But like her, she's like, if I change up, I
Oh.
lose this shit though,
Oh.
right? You lose it.
Maybe
It-
she didn't get like the evil part of a kid.
Yeah, I
So-
think she's just like a genuine person. I think Addison is gonna be okay because she's Louisiana grounded. Her
I'm not-
family grounds her because she's from Louisiana. I swear to God, I believe in that.
But I've heard a lot of things though that like maybe behind the scenes that it's not as like, you know, like what as nice as it comes across in person sometimes.
Not as like
But
OMG,
that's like normal
oh my,
to expect,
Oh
though.
my god, hey, like you know, but nobody can.
No
Like,
one
That's
can.
what I'm saying.
You can't please everybody.
Exactly.
And that's what I learned early on in this is you cannot please everybody. Like I have plenty of stories where people came up to me later, like after they met me, like a month after me, and they're like, "Damn, I thought you were a dick." I'm like, "What? I thought I took a picture with you."
Yeah.
Like you thought I was a dick? I thought I was going out of my way, taking a picture with you and asking you how you are, like just because I didn't ask what your boyfriend's name was or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and like the best.
you can't please everybody.
Well, like the best way to like describe it's like fans and like your fans is when all that we've seen from you is videos of you just being like this Cowboy Cale guy. So you pull up to our house and the only thing that like we can really expect is like, oh, this dude's gonna ride it on a pit bike and say some stuff in a country. You know what I mean? That's all we can really expect. Like you pull up, it seemed like you were a little car sick like when you got here. Like you know what I mean? Like you feel like shit or whatever. You're like, oh, this is this guy. Now you like learn to meet him. And people don't understand that about influencers. Don't understand that about celebrities. It's like this little like preconceived notion like, oh, this person's
It's
gonna be
'cause
exactly.
the space is so small,
Yeah.
so not a lot of people know like the actual genuine side of a lot of people.
weirdly underwhelming.
Everybody puts on.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, like it's underwhelming because you think they're higher up than you, but when you actually meet them, everyone's just literally the same. Everyone's just people.
And you're either a dick or you're cool.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
if you're cool, then like everything's gonna be everything's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. If it's two cool people hanging out talking, it's always gonna be a great time.
Right.
But like they just aren't the people that like you necessarily think they are because that's the only thing you've seen.
Because that's what when we first started, we had Indiana and Alex Warren on, and we were like nervous, like we were super nervous, like we were just starting the game or whatever, and they were all just genuine and nice people, and
Yeah, both
ever
of them.
since,
For sure, yeah. But you know, everybody has to put on a front for the camera. As soon as the camera comes on, as soon as I'm starting to film a TikTok, like you'll see, like it goes from like this to. Damn, baby! Like, you know what I'm saying? Like quick.
Yeah.
Everybody puts a face on.
Yeah.
Addison, every time she has to walk out her house, Charlie, every time she has to walk out, she has to put a face on.
Yeah.
She has to smile. Like I always thought about that. Like with Justin
True.
Bieber, Justin Bieber was probably miserable. He stopped maturing the moment he got famous.
Yeah.
And he can never live a normal lifestyle after that.
They say famous people are as old as the moment they got famous.
Yeah.
That because then they
Exactly.
stop growing. They stop
Exactly.
aging. They can be the same person they started off on day one. And so if you catch them famous at 8, they're gonna be 8 forever. If you catch them famous at 30, they're gonna be 30 forever.
Yep.
Damn.
I'd like
Oh,
to be,
man.
I'd want to be like 20 forever.
Oh yeah.
I'm 19 forever, I guess.
A 30-year-old's 10 times more as wise as a 20, I believe.
Yeah,
For
but
sure.
like, do you necessarily want to be as wise as a 30-year-old?
Dude, I want to be the wisest person in the world.
But like, think about it. Sometimes like having enough just enough wisdom to get you as far as it's kind of better because
Everyone has different goals and dreams, so
Yeah,
as much
true,
wisdom,
but, like-
wisdom.
But you lose when you think that you have enough wisdom.
True.
Ooh,
Yes.
I like that. I like that.
But like the thing is, I mean, they say at 25 your brain's like fully developed or some shit.
Something like that.
It's like you stop feeling invincible. Right now, like like you still do. I mean, I don't know. But my parents do stupid shit. Like I don't think it ever stops. I think like the maturity,
Everyone's
like
a
wisdom,
kid at heart. Like
kind of, unless you're just a fucking dick.
I mean,
Some people just suck ass,
I mean,
massive ass.
yeah, like you suck hella ass.
I feel like I'm not that uptight. There's
Y'all
some
like
fuck-
ass? Y'all eat ass?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean I have.
What was that?
Are you an ass eater?
I have not eaten ass, but I'm
I've
totally
not eaten
down.
ass.
Damn, y'all are missing out.
Really? Is it
I
that
feel
much
like,
better?
I feel like it's a
what
it's
makes
a
it-
southern thing for
It
sure.
might be a southern thing, yeah.
Crawfish and ass?
It's not.
Crawfish and ass.
The
Oh.
lime juice. The lime juice.
Yeah, you throw some corn on the cob.
You don't want to eat crawfish and then eat a girl's booty. She'll be in fucking pain
because the little Cajun
because
seasoning.
of all the seasoning. Yeah,
Shit.
like you don't. Yeah.
That's fucking
Horrible.
You fuck before the broil, not after.
You guys haven't
Yeah.
eaten ass though?
Nope.
I have not.
Like why not?
Because like
Is it daunting to you? Or is it
I
just
feel
not
like
been
I
like
feel
a
like no, I feel like it's okay to eat ass if like if you've been with a girl and you've known the girl and you know she's clean. Like I'm not gonna eat ass.
Fuck
on
it.
Fuck
Really?
yeah.
Oh, you did
Any of them.
You did gross.
That tongue in there. Ah.
So I mean,
No, I
it's
feel
not-
him. I feel him.
Yeah,
I feel
but
him.
you don't exactly. I mean, you aren't going full
Like,
penetration.
Like, are you
like
gonna
it's-
eat ass on a straight hookup?
No, I wouldn't.
See,
I'm
that's
not. I'm not really eating anything on a straight hookup. I'm eating
True,
face,
same.
and that's about it. And maybe some titties.
Some titties.
I'm eating face and titties, and that's about it.
See,
But
I
the-
told you at the beginning, I'm an ass guy.
True, but there's
What was the age when you're like, okay, you know what, ass is great. Why not I go stick my tongue down it?
you
When did
don't
that
you
change?
don't
I
you don't
don't
know
know
when
stick
to your
no,
tongue down it.
no,
though.
no,
You just
no.
it's
It's
a
a
little-
round. It's a.
It's like a
My dad.
if it's an ice cream.
It's a rim job.
Yeah.
It's a rim job. It's
I
like,
know my grandparents are gonna listen to this shit. They're so involved in my shit. They're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, Kale."
Shout out Nana. Shout out
it's
Nana.
it's a southern. I mean, it's a southern thing though. I feel like I mean,
Probably.
you just
Yeah.
get- I-
Still, a lot of my friends are like, "No."
Dude,
Yeah.
not really though, bro. It started with like the rap game. A lot of rappers started rapping
yeah.
about
dude,
eating
they're
ass.
capping though.
But that's
they're
where it all.
capping.
That's where it kind of where it all started, bro.
I think
True.
rappers are like, they don't want to do like they don't care about the girl being pleasured. They're just trying to get their like little deal.
Yeah, it's like the
exactly,
DJ Khaled thing. He got flack because he was like, "I'm a lion. I don't eat pussy. I only get my dick sucked.
See?
My
Yeah.
girlfriend knows that she's not. My wife knows she's not getting anything." I'm like, some people were like, "That's whack."
Yeah.
Like that you're saying that
Right.
I'm a lion. I'm not gonna go down on you, but you have to go down on me.
Dudes like that though just have the appearance that they can sling it, and then there's literally no sling involved. And like it's just a miserable experience for everyone, but they want to cap and make it seem like everyone's
You're telling me
having fun.
DJ Khaled doesn't pipe?
I'm saying he probably pipes, but dude, like it can't be the most athletic pipe, dude. I mean, there's definitely some.
Have you seen that video of like the tortoise, like fucking the tortoise?
and
there
the
is-
sounds
like
that come
that,
from it.
I mean, there's some serious lack of
Yeah.
athleticism happening there.
At the very end, he just goes, "We
Because
the best."
because sex is a very athletic thing, right? It's very
Yeah.
athletic. They're
Not much athleticism from that dude.
I mean, it's just not possible. I mean, no offense. It's just
So what's ahead, man? What's the any big projects coming up?
after the ass eating.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Because we always talk about this. But sorry to interrupt what you said. But the podcast goes. You start talking about kind of stuff that's like
Getting to know
really
each other.
interesting. Get to know that person, and then at the end, it always gets sexual.
I love it.
Throw 4 dudes in a room and 3 cameras, and it always gets sexual. Not in the weird way.
Yeah.
I seen a video the other day. My boy sent me. He was like, that one dude that like all your friends are like talking sus. The one dude that doesn't talk sus might actually be sus.
Yeah. You got to get a little weird at some point.
The one that calls out the sus is the one that wants the sus.
Yeah.
Truly.
That's literally you. That's literally fucking
You
you.
fucked yourself.
really
yeah.
So YouTube? Are you
Yeah.
grinding on YouTube now, or is it
I-
TikTok?
I think YouTube's longevity.
Yeah.
YouTube definitely. It's a little harder. Like you have to have a team. You have to have an editor. You have to have a filmer. There's a lot more that goes into YouTube than holding a phone up and filming a TikTok. Not to say that like you'll be shocked about how much editing goes into some of my TikToks that you would never fucking think.
You have some really. You're a little different though. You have some.
It is a little different.
you
Like,
have some shit
I
that's
don't
different.
really do the trends, so I don't just get to like pick the sound and then like set my
Yeah.
phone up a lot of the times. But yeah, like YouTube, I respect YouTubers, especially people like Tanner Fox that have like the ones and like Logan Paul and all them that did like the daily YouTube grind.
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy.
I would blow my brains
Oh my
out.
god! Waking up with that energy and being able to go vlog mode and just getting it
Every
out.
single day for like a year. Some people did it 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row. Like
Casey Neistat. Oh my god!
Jake Paul was talking. He did 800 videos
In a row?
He filmed for 800 days in a row.
That's crazy.
that is nuts. I
You have
respect
to have
that dude
team,
for that.
A team,
Yeah.
a straight team. around you.
Yeah, but as much as you have a team, you still got to be the one that's like showing up for 800 days in a row
A team and a ton
With a
of
face.
blow.
I mean,
with a face.
We do fucking podcast clips we've done it for a year now. Every single,
Yeah, we film all the time in the morning, but it's a different game when it's your life all day.
Yeah.
You have to be filming and making your life.
You guys,
a vlog.
you guys wake up and go film, and like it's
vlogs
it's,
are different though. You have to like stay
yeah.
like a whole day.
Mhm.
type
Brutal.
of
And you
shit.
have to plan something fun. So it makes me like doing fun shit for videos. It makes me like whenever I'm not doing videos, not want to do fun shit because I'm like, fuck, if I go do something fun, I'm wasting it by not filming it. Type
It's like,
thing.
yeah, it's a fucked way to live, but it's
Yeah.
like it's facts.
it kind of makes the like not fun things fun though. Like there's
Yeah.
times where like I'll just be just chilling like watching TV. I'm like, hey, this is actually kind of fun. When
Yeah.
like I used to be like, wow, like I actually want to go do something.
Me and Tanner had the same conversation. Like literally, like the not fun things are fun to us now.
Yeah.
Because like the fun things are work.
Yeah.
Which is the
True.
best job ever.
True.
But it's still work
Mhm.
because you have to put on a face. You have to be at another level of
Yeah, like parties, for example. Like you
Right.
want to go to parties because like that's like the fun, but that's like work for all these influencers because it's connection based now. It's like you want to go meet new people,
Yeah.
come film with them. Let's go
Yeah.
do something. So,
like literally like at home. I don't go out to bars anymore because like it's just work. It's just
Yeah.
it's just a meet and greet. It's
Mhm.
like pictures, and then it's like yeah.
you're
it's
having
just-
it's that crazy for you down in Louisiana.
oh, Louisiana is like Louisiana, and for some reason like Orange Beach, which is like Alabama, Florida.
Yeah.
Like fan base is huge there.
Well, I mean, it's because your content is so centered. People love when someone talks about them. You know, like when
Where they're
when
from.
somebody films. You know, like I was watching a YouTuber today, and he was like filming in Seattle, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like you know, like that's
Yeah.
where like that's where like I'm from.
It's about the
Yeah, it's
relatability
super
of it.
relatable.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's
Yeah.
what your content is,
Mhm.
predominantly is, then it makes sense to where that's why that's where your fan base would be from.
Relatability is like key to like everything.
Mhm.
That's like the whole thing behind David Dobrik still filming on ADD. Like that's like what we did. That's what we realized. Everything on Twitter that goes viral is relatable.
Mhm.
Like everything, like relatability is like at the top because if you're talking about something like if you don't play soccer and this dude over here is talking about all these goals that Messi scored, you're like, wait, what's a goal and blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah.
you don't give a fuck about that. But if something's like relatable, then you're like, you start to pay attention to it more.
For
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
Yeah. Damn. So yeah, this was a
was
banger
fucking
episode. This was
great,
epic.
great
Yeah.
Great podcast, man.
Guys, everything's gonna be linked down below. Go check it out. I mean, I don't know what else is there to say.
Thank you to the sponsors.
Yeah, thank you to
Huge thank
sponsors.
sponsors making everything possible.
We appreciate it, guys. Go check it out. All of Kale's links will be linked down below. Go follow him and make sure to subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We'll be back in a couple of days. Peace out, guys. Peace.
Damn, baby.
Let's go.